I'm back. Yes, I'm back. You see the face. I know it's. You're like, wait, this can't be real. Like, he can't be back. Yeah, I'm back. 2023. We are back with the Book of Fruits. We're not stopping. What happened last year? Life. You know what I'm saying? I was learning, well, still learning about sales. I know if you've been following prior, I know you guys looking at sales stuff. So yeah, I was still working on sales, trying to get better. I mean, have improved on sales, and that's what the books that you can see, the following books that you're gonna see in the future is gonna be all about sales. But yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm not gonna leave. I promise you that. This year is gonna be different. Hey, they said New Year. They said New Year, new me. Wrong. New actions, new me. So this year we gotta do better. So you guys already see the title of what book we're gonna talk about today. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So the book we're reading today is David Goggins. Pull it right up right here. Never finished. Never finished. Now, if you I don't know if you read the book prior to this, what's what I'm pull it up. Let me pull it up here. Oh yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys read the original book, Can't Hurt Me. Now, this book is fantastic. Just to learn about David Goggins, to realize who he is, why he's so tough, why he's so resilient, why he wants to be the hardest man in the world. From his tough childhood, being, called the N-word, through racism, being 300 pounds, to then becoming in shape. Yeah, this is the book right here. So this right here is a continuation. Of course, I had to get it on, a pre-order. Of course, I had to get a pre-order. So that was one of the first people to get this book when it arrived in Amazon. Now, I'm gonna already tell you right now, is this book better? Is this book better than this book? And I'll tell you right now, yes and no. Yes, it's because depending on what stage you are in your life, it can be, but no, because I feel like the first book is better because the first book required his whole life to make. This took, few years to make. So when it becomes when your first book is like when you look at your first book, it's he had his whole entire life to make that book. So for him to come with a follow-up book, I see it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But but I say it's still better than his why, right? Up in this book right here, he starts off receiving his award in VFW awards or one of the VFW Prestige, some military award that that he's high ranking, Marine, if I'm not mistaken, or Navy SEAL that he is, and he kind of gets teary eyed and kind of reflects back on his whole life and all that stuff like that. Then transitions over to how he is talking about it opens up more about his life, about his mother and his father. He went to go visit his father and kind of rehashing and kind of reliving why his father kind of scarred him. There's a couple of nuggets right here, right? Like, for example, it states in the book right here, it says, Roger that, it ain't your fucking fault that you were dealt a bad hand, but it is your responsibility, on page 25. Which is already sets a tone for the book, if you ask me, right? Then he talks about how the book that we read right here, Can't Hurt Me, was one of the big successes. But prior to that, he almost didn't get published. The publisher that was supposed to publish it just fell out last minute, so he had to use 90% of his savings to go ahead and do that, right? Then common theme about this book is, even though he's 40s, in his late 40s, he's had some success, life still keeps on giving. It still keeps on giving, right? It never stops, right? So a day after Christmas, he has a heart issue, right? Right after Christmas, he had to go then rehabilitate with all that and kind of deal with that within his life, right? Then kind of going a little further on, talking about his mother, and his mother, dated a killer, right? Pretty much showing how the damage that was caused by his father and his life had a profound effect still to this day with his mother and his family and everything like that. Then he talks about how, you know, he's been successful for a period of time, right? Now he's doing, like, you know, gigs. He's making $100,000, $200,000. Money's not a problem, but he still, but he still doesn't feel, and how I understood it, like he's felt like he's getting soft. He's a part-time savage, not a full-time savage, right? So then what he does is, he was running with Cameron, if I'm mistaken, at one point, Cameron Haynes mentions to him of a race called the Moab, I believe, 240-mile race, where he then goes on a race. He trains for the race, whatever. Come to find out, when he trains for the race, he then his body, he ended up going the wrong direction because he got cocky in a way, if that makes sense. He was running, got lost in direction. Now he had to get back on path. He already ran like 40-50 miles on it, because it's a 240-mile race. He already ran 40-50 miles extra. He just didn't get there. So he talks about how to pretty much making sure that if you're doing something, even how high level you are, you still have to check and double check and triple check, and not just rely on everybody else. What happens in that race, he relied on this one guy, and kind of find out he was running the wrong side, and instead of getting mad at the guy, he took full responsibility, supreme self accountability, in order for him to not get mad at the guy and get back on the race. But he learned from that, right? So, and then he mentioned, after that race, he wanted to get his knee drained. And then when he got his knee drained, what happened was the doctor messed up his knee. This is David Goggins right now. This is not David Goggins when he was in ABC. This is David Goggins when he's already on top of the mountain. He's still facing trials and tribulations. The knee that he ran on, that he wanted to just get a quick cleanup. Come to find out, we started, the knee is not getting better, because what happened was a doctor messed up his knee. So then he had to go on an exploration to find a new doctor to take his tibia and put it right in between his knee, just so much trials and tribulations that David Goggins had to keep on going. It's incredible, right? Because he then goes about getting a knee fixed, repaired. He rehabs in half the time, because his thing was trying to become a fire ranger, like kind of guy who jumped out of the plane and takes out a fire. He trained so hard to get there. That's the thing about having a vision, right? We all have dreams. Dreams are temporary. You want to do this, you want to do that. But when you have a vision of what you want to become, that propels you to where you need to be. You could be here, right? You could be here, but when you have a vision, which was, you want to be a firefighter, but jumping out of the plane, but it's a higher level. Forgive me, I don't remember the exact name, but that vision propelled him to go for higher heights. And even with him being David Goggins, with the money and everything, that he's still dealing with BS, because life is unforgiving. All you can do is say Roger that, look at the situation, pick it into your own hands, and then try to propel yourself and try to and get to the work. So he goes to a Power Ranger school, I believe, and he learns. One of the hardest guys there. Plenty of times he wanted to quit, and he persevered. Now, what this book is good for? This book was good for me because in my personal development within myself, I just finished my 5 years, 17 to 22. I just had my 5 years, and I needed something else to prepare me for the next 5 years. This book right here helped me see that who I want to become the next 5 years will require me to, choose who I want to become, what kind of vision propels me, what kind of motivates me, what kind of scares me, right? And understand that in that path is gonna be tough, but I gotta keep on going. What's the book called? Never Finished. You're never finished. Never get too comfortable. Never get too complacent. Because as soon as, remember, the world either progresses or regresses. There's nothing called stagnant, right? So if you stagnate within the world just progressing. So if you're regressing, if you're staying stagnant, all you do is regressing. You're just getting worse. he never finished. He keeps on going. He keeps on. So I think this book is good. I mean, book right here, 1 out of 10. I'll give it a 7. I think you should read this, especially if you read this, just the continuation. Like I said, it's my first one of the year. I'm kind of getting the rust off me, you know. But this is a great book right here. The next book, I already read the next book, guys, and I'm gonna let you guys see the next book coming up. So stay tuned. If you like, if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Any books? Well, to be honest with you guys, I already know what book I want to read, but you can still put in your comments what kind of book you want to hear me to be reading and all that. All my books primarily is on sales right now because that's the thing I'm trying to master. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, peace.